talking
That's okay.
about something.
And those were no.
Came in later.
No.
You know, asked, well, how's this or how's that?
Yeah.
And,
She's still at home.
Hey, you got it.
Everybody there with her.
off and on, but they don't stay all night. I mean, I'll go by at 5
Should we
o'clock in the
close that
morning
sidebar? I don't
and
close
his
that on
kitchen light and the living room lights are on. And then if I go up to the door at 9 o'clock, he's in his recliner.
I came a couple weeks ago, my mom's burner was on one stove and she had no idea what she left it on.
That's what worries me.
We're ready if you guys are.
We're ready.
Got the owl camera. Have to turn it to owl camera so we know next time.
Al Cameron.
And that was a setting on the YouTube.
We'll take no. Thank you for figuring that out.
Yes.
Want me to open the meeting or want you,
You
President?
go right for it.
Well, let's go ahead and open the meeting. Any discussion about the last time we met?
No meeting in December, so it was November the last time we met.
Any corrections or additions or discussion about last minutes? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve?
I make a motion.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor? Aye. All opposed, motion passes. Claims and financial report.
Balance sheet number 3, page number 3, the upper right-hand corner.
I number them for you, Stamper.
And thank you for putting the numbers on the sheet.
It really does help. Thank you, Molly.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Mom.
Hey, you're
So as of December 31st, 2025, we had a total checking account balance of $114,491. General fund balance on 12/31 was $86,491.
Very good.
We've got a park establishment fund, which carries over from 2024, which still continues to have the $8,000 in it. And then you can see the cumulative maintenance fund there is split between the checking and the savings account. So $20,000 of the cumulative maintenance sits in our checking, and then another $48,000 sits down in the savings account.
Just a question, that park establishment fund, that was for the campground.
Correct.
Is there any reason to have that money in that fund?
I would recommend moving it to the savings so that it can earn interest.
All right.
So moved.
Do I have a motion to move the, let me get it right.
Second.
Park establishment fund moved from that fund to savings. I have a motion and second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed, motion passes.
Did you get that, Molly?
Yep.
Okay. Questions on the year-end account balances before I move on to page number 4.
Do we know when our CDs, maybe that says, do we know when those,
We've got a CD at Everwise. Looks like it comes up to maturity September 14th.
September 14th, well, that'd be perfect. The interest rates be back down by then. That's good. But there's none that, the reason I asked, long-term rates on anything over 100,000 are pretty desirable right now.
Mhm.
Just curious if we had anything coming up, because I think a couple of those are pretty low.
I understand that Little Walnut only has one CD right now at Everwise.
There's only one. Oh, you know, that's right. I think we combined.
And it is, I'm almost positive this is up to date, and it is at 1.61% APY. So that's
That's terrible.
That's terrible. Yes.
Well, let me ask a stupid question. How much is in that fund? That's-
246,000.
And that's not up till September. Wonder what the penalty would be if we took that out and moved it to another fund that's 5 or 6%.
I can ask Brittany what that would be.
That might be worthwhile.
Mhm. Would I get a tentative motion from the board then to, if let's say the penalty does not exceed a specific amount, that I can break that and reinvest it?
Let me think about that. You know, on Grant Stewart's window, he says it has a 5-year 6%. That's pretty good.
Old National,
What's the-
is that Grant Stewart?
No, that's,
Private.
Oh, on the-
actually, North Salem State Bank owns that business.
And that's typically where I find the most competitive rates, North Salem.
Well, let's think about this. You're at 1.6, right?
1.61.
And there's 246,000 in that account. So that's gonna make us $3,900 this year if we keep it there. If we move that. That'd be 14,000. So if we even take a $10,000 hit, we're still not ahead.
I have moved, actually, ironically, from Everwise. I have moved $1.2 million before, which incurred a $4,000 penalty, if that puts it in perspective.
May I have a motion that
So moved.
if we move that and
Second,
it's under $5,000 that we have Tiffany seek investments other places. How about that?
Mhm.
Not to be specific.
can we add in that motion? If it does give us an advantage that she can go ahead and do it
Absolutely.
instead of waiting until the next meeting or
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Let's do that.
So moved.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes. Good thing.
So if the penalty is under 5,000 or offers a benefit, go ahead and move it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, you guys should certainly do that. That's no brainer.
Absolutely. Page number 4, I'd like to just go through that briefly. It's called budget versus actuals at the top. So this is an entire year. If you look at the year-to-date actual column, go down there to about the center of the page, it shows our total income was 181,272. We expected 187,000 is what we budgeted for. The reason we did not hit that budgeted income was just for internal purposes only. We had budgeted to move $17,000 over from our cumulative maintenance fund. That was not ever necessary during the year. So that's why it appears that we earned less income than we did, but it was due to an internal transfer. Moving down to the expenses, I've
And
got,
not to interrupt.
Yes.
To interrupt. And that's kosher with the state. They won't.
yes, yes.
Just making sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the budget is transparent. And then on the AFR, annual financial report, we actually are required to disclose every transfer.
Okay.
So they'll see that that did not happen.
I just wanted to make sure we didn't move that money in the show of laws. That throw through about that.
Good question.
Good.
I've highlighted in gray, there's 3 categories that the State Board of Accounts will look at a time at the end of the year, like we are now. They need to make sure that we did not exceed what we were permitted to spend. 100 personal services category. Does everybody see where that is? It's
Yes.
highlighted in gray. We were permitted to spend $30,300. We spent 14,263.
So well within our means, what we projected.
Big reason for that was the vacancy in the lake manager for several months. 200 supplies. We were permitted to spend $350. We spent $316.
Now, when you say per minute, Tiffany, that's what the state said you're okay to do that.
That's our appropriated amount of our money that we were allowed to spend.
Okay. Very good.
Flipping the page, the last category is 300, other services and charges. We had permission to spend $160,925. We came in at $138,596. You can see category 364, just 2 lines above that, came in significantly lower, about $15,000 lower. So that was money that we will then be, it's our money, but instead of it having been spent, it just stays in our bank account.
So in other words, we live well within our means.
Yes. Questions on the budget versus actual as we came in at year end?
Do we need to approve that?
If you don't mind, can I get a motion on those financials?
I make a motion to approve the financial.
Second.
So a motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes. Lake reports.
I don't really have anything. It's obviously our slow months.
You invite and measure the ice and we had ice.
Huh?
You invite and measure the ice and we had ice. That's one of your job, You're supposed to let us know.
Well, no golf carts fell through, so I think we were all right this year.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dennis's wife is going to do the $200 payments per month. I let her know that, and I sent her the PO box. Mike, I know that you said to just have them pay it. I had 2 other board members reach out and say to let them make the payments. If they don't have it,
That's fine.
they don't have it. I mean,
It's,
rather just get it over time than then just be like, all right, well, take us to court over it.
that's fine.
And I don't mean to put you on the spot because I have access to it as well, but can you remind me what the total on that bill was?
I believe it was 1,700, 1,600.
Okay.
It puts her at a
That's
little
about what I was
over
thinking.
8 months.
Okay.
If she makes the $200 a month payments.
And that covers Molly's time doing the cameras and workday time for Joe. So that covers all of the expenses from the
Very good.
district.
That's insurance.
Joe, do you have anything to add?
I don't know.
Did the guy,
I'm glad his wife knows about it because I don't think his wife knew anything about it until
She sent an email.
until you got that email from her.
did he ever show any remorse at all?
Uh-oh. I didn't realize
I
the
don't
wife
think,
didn't know.
no, he feels bad about
Knows
it,
now.
but he just, when he saw it on camera, he says, crap. I said, dude, you just looked down at your dog. He was acting like he just saw the arm being up on the exit, figured the arm on the entrance was up. So he just started looking down at his dog and ran right through it.
So you feel it was an accident?
I feel his mind wasn't in the right state. Period.
That's a nice way to put that.
That wasn't nice.
I'm being honest. Yeah, it was an accident.
Okay.
I don't think it was intentionally done.
Have you heard any report on how the Duck County went?
I have not. Oh, I have not heard.
I heard something. Somebody was shooting 30 minutes early. State police had to come out or something.
COs, you mean?
Huh?
Conservation officer
No, it was actually state police that came out there.
for Duck Hunter?
Yeah.
That'd be new.
For what? From what I was told, this was just yesterday. I didn't know nothing about it, but he told me that they were shooting towards the bank of the homes.
Oh, well, that's different.
Okay.
And
Then,
and it was like 30 minutes prior.
Mhm. Yep, you can take
Sunny guys.
Well, you can shoot, I mean, not to get technical, but when you're ducking it, you can shoot a half hour before and a half hour after.
I don't know exactly the time.
Okay.
Tiffany just passed out the dam inspection proposals. The top one is Burke's, which they've done for us the past couple years. I've highlighted the amounts that the inspections are going to cost per proposal, and what dams it's for and what they offer. So Burke's is 15,300, which we voted to table. Banning came in, which is who does the inspections for Clear Creek, at 14,250. And then Munch gave me two proposals. The first one is for 31,500. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. That's for only one of the dams.
Structure 3.
You
Yes.
serious?
All three dams, he wants $97,000.
Who's that?
I believe that's who did your pole barn,
Yeah.
correct?
Okay, he's out.
Well, he sent another proposal, which is, if you compare the two, is much less offered in what they would do. But it's still 55,300 for all three dams. Yes.
Okay.
So I assumed this one would be obviously way out, but I wanted to at least
So
have the paperwork packets available.
basically, they're at that, excluding that one, they're $1,000 difference.
Yes, a little over.
But are we getting apples to apples?
I glanced at it, and again, with my first time being involved in this, it looks like they offer comparable services. With Clear Creek using Banning, we've never had any issues. They know what's expected and what's needed.
And we've used both in the past.
See, I didn't know that we had used Banning.
I remember, I can't tell you what, but I know we've used them.
Okay. I was digging through the emails and paperwork, and I saw that Kathy had gotten a quote from them
Or maybe that's one.
when, was it 2024? But I'm not saying that they weren't used. I just didn't see anything when looking. So I think if it is comparable services with what they offer, it's $1,000 or stay with the company that's done it the past couple years and knows.
Well, those two, again, this year, we have
Yes, they're due in 26.
every other year, right?
Yes. And so I believe,
Again, for the record, I'm gonna go in my pulpit here and say, when I first got on this board, we didn't pay for any of that. The state had their own engineers from the DNR that came out and inspected dams, and then all of a sudden they waived the dams. So, oh, we're not gonna do that anymore. You guys need to pay for it. So until about 8 years ago, we never paid for this. The state.
looking
I
at
realized that.
the rates, probably got
They have
Pretty
their own
hefty.
engineers. They didn't hire anybody. They still do. They still do have their own people.
wonder if they had to pay the engineer special rates or anything.
Well, we have no choice. By statute, we have to have them inspected. Do I have a motion?
We're gonna have to.
We've had banding before, am I correct?
I think we've used BAM before. For some-
Mike asked, and I looked, I didn't see any paperwork from Kathy. I know that there 2 years ago when they were due, Kathy got a quote from Banning, but I didn't see anything to show that we had used them. I'm not saying we didn't, I just didn't see anything.
I mean,
I don't know what you guys think, but if Burke's done it, they know what it is, and we know they've done a good job. I mean, if it was a $30,000 difference like what the other one was, that might be something a little different to talk about, but
You know, Burke is local. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna make a motion that we have Burke do it.
Have a second?
second.
I have a motion second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. All right. I think that's all on the agenda. Is there anything else before we open it to public forum? You have anything you know about?
Everything's going good over there. Been cold.
Another couple months, you'll be busy.
Yep, we both will be.
Got the handrail started on the
Yes, you,
west side of the dock.
I think mine are,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Posts
start
are in the
sending
ground.
stuff
Put 'em in
out.
Yesterday.
January.
Gonna find some rope.
Kathy mentioned
For the railing
earlier
part?
that this might be the year for us to
Got
put our
another
heads
section
together
to do.
and come up with a
On
better
the
system.
south side of the boat ramp. A
Good.
little steam
Or maybe we use one of
Mitchell.
those this year.
put
I
one
think
there.
Amy and Heather had kind
One
of
of the
like
40,
tossed
50
that
feet
around.
How have
It's
you,
steep.
Just
It's a
don't
steep
have
hill.
anyone's over.
have you got a chance to be
So
on
we
either
still
trails
have
in
to
the
make
woods?
it happen.
Not yet.
It's okay.
No,
Certainly
I
needs
have
to
no.
kind
Maybe we're down there this weekend. It's all clear now, right? No hunting back here now.
No,
Mm-mm.
no. It's
March
season,
1 is when the public is allowed back in, but
the beer season's over.
here seems over.
But I can go back there and
That's the.
You
clean
can
up.
go back there anytime.
Yeah,
You got something. to
so I'll
do.
probably be doing that, cleaning it out, if it needs it, and cutting it. I want to get some gravel from Zach and put the walkway, redo the walkway in front of the mooring posts by the wall.
Okay.
And straighten out some land, some area. It's all right to park the golf carts and put some gravel there. There's a little section there I can widen out and not widen it out, just clear it out. And then put the golf carts there instead of wedging them in between the mooring posts.
Sounds good.
And
Are those, if you're on the ramp looking towards the lake to the left, to the south, I know those big concrete blocks were, over the years, they've been leaning a little bit, or how are those looking?
They're bad.
they're bad, it's not very size there.
I hate to lose that wall. I know a contractor that might be able to move those and reset them sometime.
We can take a look at it.
When you get a chance to give us an estimate on.
Yeah.
Wants to do that, if you're interested.
Do that.
They probably need to do that, yeah, we'll do it, you really, I don't know how to, you might look at it and give us an idea on how to make that not happen again. I wouldn't think it would happen again, 76 hours.
And then I think just to make sure that we're continuing to be in compliance, if his quote is in excess of, I want to say 50,000, I mean,
I thought it was 80,
we just need to remember that to solicit other bids, other
Yeah.
proposals.
but did you get an invoice for the work?
Yeah.
Yes, he gave it to me this morning and I gave it to Tiff.
Good.
I'm gonna try to clean out all those posts that are in the water too. They're just rusted. They look like crap.
Yeah. Okay.
While you're out there, Zach, check that on, there's a hole along the east side of it that we've been talking about for a long time. Just give us an idea of what needs done.
Okay.
The one up in the woods?
I said we couldn't put rock in it because it will wash away, but I think we're right, we'll work through it.
Yeah, we were using like 50 trees. And we mentioned to him where they're at.
And they use 53s.
Huh?
Yeah, you use 53s.
Twice.
If you got riprap washing away, you got bigger problems.
Yeah, okay.
Well, that's a little pond, it's not gonna have a gigantic rush of water through it.
They put more riprap around the lake anytime soon.
We haven't talked about any more of the grants or the work.
That'd be better, wouldn't it?
Yes. I don't know, that's something where we get involved with the state biologist and they do a study for erosion. Then there's some other places around the lake where it is eroding that could be a possibility.
Yeah, there's quite a bit. There's like a little tunnel. Maybe one guy's property, you can actually set a picnic table underneath there in the water if you wanted to.
Where's that at?
Across from the island, I don't know if you're familiar with the septic system out there. If you're going around that to the north side,
Sewage plant.
yeah, underneath the houses that are steep up high, they go down. And it's at the end of the stairway, you can actually tuck inside there if you want to. Yeah. There's some erosion going on that side of the bank.
You know, I can't remember if the state initiated all those studies or Kathy did.
That's something we can go back through email correspondence, maybe.
We just asked Kathy how those letter grants came to be,
Mm-hmm.
because I honestly don't know. I just know we did them.
Sure, I did, sure.
I want to say that it was because I worked with her a little bit on it last year. She obviously did the majority of it, but I think it was just an application that got submitted with some pictures and a little bit of research on a couple different things. And
But they don't offer those letter grants every year. And I think, I don't know what the sequence is or how often, what
And if
the
it-
protocol is.
And if it's gonna require pictures of erosion, in what order would we need to have somebody out to?
Kathy always did all that. I had no idea. I bet she would tell.
We'll
bet
start
she would.
digging into that.
All right, anything else to the good and the cause of the meeting? If not, do we have any public comments? Since you're the only public person.
No, I don't.
All right. Do I have a motion to close the meeting?
Well, wait, that's time.
I asked.
What about that sign?
The main sign,
Yes.
it needs to be replaced. I think,
Which one?
the one right there by the ramp,
To the south of the ramp?
yeah, the main sign there. The letters are peeling off and it's getting covered up with moss.
You know any good sign there?
I'm the one that's not gonna be around a whole lot longer, so,
Why are you saying that?
Is that guy out on 40?
yeah. The guy in town,
Oh, can you give us an estimate?
I can.
Okay.
There's also several other things that need to be done. I think we need to have something there when some guy comes in with a great big fish that says, send us, and I brought this up before, but send us a picture and we'll put it on our site. There needs to be right in front of him when he comes in. It can't be something that he's gonna think of later, because that's not gonna happen. So I'll check that too.
All right,
Maybe we could put a QR code on the sign.
that'd be all right.
Yeah.
What would,
We could put a QR code on the sign. Upload, share your pictures here.
That'd probably be the best one.
I don't know how QR codes work, so
I
that's
don't-
about as all I know.
Even if it's just lake picture or anything, if you got any pictures.
Yep.
you can use them.
One I did.
Well,
send me the code.
yeah,
Send you the QR code.
Yeah, can you send me that?
Molly?
What you ask?
I don't know how to generate a code.
The code.
We'll put it on our
I
to-dos.
think there's an app that you can go on to download your own personal QR code.
There's an app for that.
And
What was that commercial for?
And then somehow they could just maybe be received somewhere, and then we could put them on the website.
Yeah,
That's a hoping that could go to an email.
what's it has to be done, but it has one.
It'd just be figuring out how to finagle it and how to get it to send.
Point it to the district, Little Walnut District email center.
Mhm.
Well, we're brainstorming here, just to back it up. Any suggestions on how we can market the kayaks better, since we had a dismal year last year? I don't even know if I classify it as dismal, it's below that. I've thought about it a few times, and I
Could do an initiative, like a day, like a kayak festival day, and bring vendors out.
And just say, are there any groups or anything like 4-H clubs or Boy Scout, Girl Scout groups, we could ask them if they wanted to come out, we'd give them a discount rate or something.
Yeah, if we can come up with something to give them in return,
Yeah,
at least it would get the awareness. If we're trying to get
Give 'em a
awareness.
free day.
But I have a
That's-
feeling if you offer something like that, people are just going to bring their own kayaks to partake.
Do we allow that?
Kayaks that come out there.
Yeah.
There's quite a few kayaks that come out, put them in the water.
I guess that'd be something. We tell them we've got one hand or
We could
Sell them.
advertise,
How much is it? to
bring
rent
your
one of
own or
those?
get a 50% off discount for using ours.
How much is it to rent one of those?
I think it was like
I don't have that
35 or something for 2 hours, 25.
I'm thinking
something.
25.
I think it's 25.
Is it? Okay.
For 2 hours.
Going back to my marketing classes in college, I remember there's only 2 reasons why something doesn't work. Either you got a product nobody wants or it's too high.
Yep.
So maybe before we do anything real drastic, we slash the price and see if that helps any and then advertise that.
I don't know if we can do that or how to do that.
I think because they pay directly to the company. We could somehow, I'm just brainstorming here, it would involve the person that rents somehow reaching out to the district for the reimbursement. Or I guess would that be a rebate?
I don't know.
Refund.
I was not involved in setting that part of those up at all. I have no idea how they even contact them.
Was it pools of fun or something? Of
Oh, well, we
Better
have
yet,
the contract for
Tell them
sure.
we paid 19,000 or 18,000 for those, and if they want to give us 10 grand, we'll sell them back to them.
I mean, if that's real.
I'm kind of kidding, but kind of.
Kind of. See what happens kind of thing.
I believe they were non-responsive to Will, I think, trying to contact them. Who knows?
So we could look up the contact because I'm picturing, I've seen it before. It's like at the
I
bottom
have
of the
too.
contract. We could look their contact up and ask them, we're to the point where we no longer want these here. So can you guys work with us that in, maybe we out of pocket or somehow figure out a price reduction for the people renting.
maybe we slash the rate or you guys buy them back.
And I would say cut it in half, whatever the rate is now. I mean,
25 to 15.
we're not making anything, and half of something is more than what we were making.
Mm-hmm.
I tried 15 rather than 12.50. It just sounds a little better.
How are they set up to pay for them? Are they?
It's like a
cash on
card,
Card.
kind of like a vending machine, I guess, is the way that I envision it happening. Put a
Yep.
card in, whatever. I think they have to download an app.
I was going
For
to
it
say
too?
somehow there's an app involved.
And say that might be part of it. If it's too much work for
Maybe.
them, they may just not want to mess with it. Or if it's cash only, that too.
I'm not.
You know, it'd be interesting if we knew of some other venues that had those, that one of us could contact them and say, hey, how's your rentals doing? See if it's just our location, us. But it ain't working.
I'll ask him. I've seen him twice out there in the last 3 months, opening up that place, cleaning it out. And then he got some kind of alarm off of it the last time that he was there, and he had to come out and do a sign or something. I don't know what he did, but I seen him out there twice in the last 3 months.
Is his name Bill, Bob?
He's a heavy set guy. He's a
Rob-
pretty big boy. He's,
Get the cell number, and ask him all these questions that we are.
because he did tell me he's got the whole state that he runs to. I don't know how many different.
The next time you see him,
4 or 5 of them.
get his contact information. I might talk to him.
They are a little hidden around the corner of that building over by the dumpster.
Well, that may be a thing too, if we put them out.
Right by the boat ramp or something, somewhere, I mean, out of the way, but people can, if they look right at them, they're thinking about them at least.
Yeah, that might be a
Or sign.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I would assume that's probably why it's where it's at. To
you don't have to look it up. Do you remember what we made total last year off them?
next to nothing, if anything. I don't remember seeing kayaks too much on there.
I thought if I remember, I remember two.
Yeah.
I guess we'd have to divide out what we
So
paid.
next to nothing.
4 or 5 rentals off of them, maybe 2.
Because
They're
did
out
we
there
pay
altogether.
anything annually anymore, or was it just an upfront?
I think it was an upfront thing.
I think there's 5 of them.
And I think it was an upfront thing, and then we had to keep them for 5 years. Or I brought the contract in.
I think the only
Early this
activity
summer.
we saw in 25 was a check that we received, but I don't remember paying them. I don't
No,
think
we
we
get
got
a
a
percentage
bill.
of whatever the rental is. I don't know what that percentage is. We don't, what we have already paid them, there were several different options, and we chose the option just to go ahead and pay one bulk amount, so we didn't have to pay so much a year.
Got
And
it.
then I think your percentage was higher that you got back too if you did that. If I remember right.
So let me find what we've received since the origination of the contract.
Okay. But I think it would be a good idea to move. That's probably would be one smart move.
So you guys paid to have those things put in there?
Yeah, they bought them.
Yes, well, like Molly said, I think we bought them after so many years that it's a combined partnership with whatever company this is, but I think after so many years we own.
You bought it.
I figured they put them there for free and give you guys a chunk of change for every time it got rented out. Yep. I mean, that's their,
How many years ago did we get them?
Oh, 3 years ago.
I think it,
That would be my guess.
I thought they were there for just two seasons so far.
Yeah, okay.
this would be the 3rd, I think.
Yeah.
This is their, okay.
They've been rented 4 times.
Yeah,
I'll get that guy's name.
yeah, his number. I just like to ask him a few questions.
Well, it's his product. He ought to have some way of figuring out how to market it.
If you think,
Yeah, you think he would want to make money on it too?
Well,
Unless he's just the maintenance guy. He may not have a dog in the fight, regardless.
That may be true. Anything else good to the cause of this board?
I do have a question about signs. Anything about putting signage up on the west docks on our hill for golf cart parking? Only? I thought that was one of the stipulations.
Why there's other things parking down there?
There's been a few cars, yeah.
They bring their trucks sometimes, they park,
Yeah.
or their ATVs.
I don't think we need to do that. Can you work on the sign? You know what we're talking about?
No, is it over by the gravel walkway?
Yeah.
Up on top?
Yeah.
I guess I did. I did.
Yeah.
Is that all of your guys' ours, or is that, have you ever got anything to do with that land up there?
Good question.
We own,
Somebody said something about you guys leasing it off of them?
we don't lease anything off them. Around the lake, I think we've got a 20-foot buffer zone that we own all the way around the lake. On Flint Lake.
That's right.
But that's way further than 20 feet. I mean, it's flat by the road and then it drops down.
Yeah.
I mean, you may come up
That's why you
halfway
put
up
slope
that hill 20 feet,
trail.
and then you got that flat land there. Because at first, what I thought they was gonna grade it out and put gravel there for golf carts to park there. I really don't care about a pickup truck, as long as they're not parking sideways, coming out two or three places.
Well, I just don't want to drive down close to the lake.
No.
No, something wrong.
I can get some railroad ties and parking in this area only for golf carts or pickups. As long as it's straight in and they don't come in there and park sideways.
I think we need to establish whether that's our ground first before we do anything.
Right, because I think the top part is the main,
Well,
conservancy.
they should probably.
Even though we've been taking care of it the whole time. They ain't never cut it.
Got the-
I've been cutting it for like 4 or 5 years now. They've never went over and cut it. When Charlie was there, he always cut it up.
Son of a bill. No, I'm kidding.
Well, we don't necessarily have to put out gravel, but we can make it so people can park golf carts there. Who's gonna complain?
And
Let's just-
those stocks are only for Van Bibber residents, right?
The what?
Those are rented out to other people.
Who?
Oh, yeah, the slips.
docks, the slips.
Those west docks though.
Those are rented out to other,
The
I thought those were only for Van Bibber.
Anybody can run
the boat slips.
the boat slip.
I mean, yeah, a lot of them, but the west ones, where you put the trail down to,
Yeah.
those there, I thought was
I
gonna be
heard
for.
that too, that they were
for-
supposed to be for Van Bibber
Van Bibber
residents
only,
only.
yeah.
I've never been told that. So
I don't remember that.
Whoops.
You know, oh,
And it may be only the other people there,
Yeah.
but I don't ever remember anything that those just being exclusive to.
Which kind of brings up something else, that if somebody else had a spot there that wasn't Van Bibber, where would they park?
that's exactly the point. It was supposed to be for Van Bibber only because most of them would have golf carts.
But if it wasn't Van Bibber, chances are they wouldn't. They'd be in
Right.
there in a pickup,
Right.
run their boat,
I don't
run
thi-
the boat.
I don't think they'd be able to rent them all out if it was just Van Bibber people coming in there. And renting
a
out
lot of the
golf
people I
slips.
rent the boats and docks for, they have a Van Bibber Lake property, but it's not their main property.
Well, that's true, as long as they got a property there, yes, yeah.
That's a lot of the people I
Yeah.
rent stuff out to, but I don't remember Kathy ever saying that it was strictly for any section was strictly for him. I mean, if someone wants to rent it and I have an open spot, I don't care where they live as long as I get a check for it.
Yeah, that's deal.
Yeah.
They can't hold them back from saying, no, you
Right,
can't.
right, yeah.
Anything else?
I've just got signatures
I
after.
met with the bird people again, and I'm thinking that they'd be responsive to coming out the down trail and helping clear those trees and getting that thing burned at some point. We got 2 big areas that got to be burned, but it's got to be done before April 15th. So I'm going to work with Hamel and Warren, ask him. They got a lot of old people that old people still got a little value. But they don't.
Okay.
Got a lot more value than some of the younger kids I've met.
Do what?
I
Got a lot
second
more
that.
value than some of the younger kids I've met.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
But we need to clean that up quite a bit, or the trees are just taking it over. Chad would probably help too.
So give me a few days notice and I'll bring my chainsaw and
Like a day and just go out and cut it out.
chainsaw and some tordon.
A bunch of cognac.
The tordon, they won't grow back, but the tordon and stuff.
So I've got some at home.
It's good stuff.
I've got trees growing out of my dam at home I need to take care of.
On your feet.
Yeah, that blue stains. All right, anything else?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion to second. All in favor?
I
Aye. We are adjourned. We need to sign some.
Forward, I need signatures.
All right.
Then you can run.
First, let's turn this off.
Yeah, give me a notice.